Okay, guys, when we get our review sheet out, look up here. If you go to the cell cycle box right here, keep this out while you're doing your questions to review because this is everything kind of all rolled into one. Now, it says cell cycle, and we're going to go over this. In order for cells, well, first of all, why do cells need to grow, replicate? Now, are you the same size you were last year even, or 5 years ago? No. We have grown, okay? So we need our cells to divide so we can grow up. Also, if you get a scrape or a scratch or God forbid a gash, we need to heal. So we need to regenerate. We need to have cellular division to regenerate. Growth, regeneration, okay? Now, what does a cell do? So first off, look up here. If you have a cell with its 46 chromosomes, it just can't split in half because then you would get 2 smaller cells. So what it has to do is it has to replicate everything inside of it so it becomes double the size. That way when it does split, it makes 2 exact copies that were identical to that parent cell, and they're still the same amount of DNA as in each other to the parent cell. Okay, so if you start with 46, you end up doubling to 92, but then dividing in half to 46 and 46 again, okay? Now, what are the steps? We're gonna go over this. Remember, we have to grow, replicate our DNA, grow, divide, okay? Mitosis, I passed my algebra test, cool. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, cytokinesis. Yes, there's always one question where they ask you about a phase. So we do have to know what these phases do. Okay? There are checkpoints. If a cell does not pass a checkpoint, it can go into GO, or I call G halo, and have like an arrest. It arrests in that step, and it could take a programmed cell death and say, hey, stuff is not going good with this cellular division, so we shouldn't replicate if things aren't correct, so it'll die. That's awesome. You want your cells to be so in tune that if something's going wrong, it says, just wait, we're not good, let's just stop the cellular division. What cells don't care? What cells are like, I don't care, I'm gonna keep on dividing, keep on dividing, keep on dividing?
Viruses.
Cancer, good. Tumors, I think that was in the but all viruses do replicate with the host over and over. But in this case, when there's replication after replication and no stopping, that is cancer. Okay, now your body cells, guys, go through something called mitosis. Think of your toes. Are your toes body cells or sex cells? Body cells, okay? But your sex cells go through something called meiosis. Like, remember? Meow, me, oh baby, okay? So these are your sex cells. Now, think about all your body cells. Your skin, your hair, your nails. All of those have 46 chromosomes in them, correct? Your sex cells, sperm and egg, do they have the full amount or half? Half. Yeah, so I'm sorry, like I said, we were on quarantine for this. This is why. Only when half of the sperm, sperm with half of its DNA, meets egg with half of its DNA, do you get a full set of DNA, and that's when, you become you. So remember, you get half of your genetics from your mom, half from your dad, and then when they come together, they form a whole you. So sperm and egg have half. That's why, guys, women don't just have babies without fertilization. If our eggs had a full sets of DNA, they'd be able to replicate into a baby, but they don't. They get passed during your ovulation, then then you pass them during your menstrual cycle. So sperm, the same way. Sperm can't just create babies, okay? That's only half the DNA. They're also called gametes. Remember those sexy sex cells, gametes? Game on, okay? Crossing over, the last thing I want to talk to you about, this may be on a STAR test question, excuse me. Okay, besides the one set of twins in here, who looks like their sibling but not identical? That's pretty much all of us, okay? We look like our siblings, but not identical, okay? So this is why. You all get the same, we'll just say you're the same parents. You get the same genetics from your mom and the same from your dad, but remember, it's still 50-50 whether mom's gonna give her this allele or this allele, 50-50 if dad's gonna give this allele versus this allele, okay? And then there's this process called crossing over. So this is what happens. Chromosome arms inside of the cell come so close together that they flip pieces. So that just creates more genetic diversity. Okay, so here it all is. Here's the clock, and this is about how long it takes for each step for you to start with one cell to get two cells. Ready? So the cell grows, grows, grows. Okay, there's a checkpoint, I'm good. If I say, hey, nope, something's wrong, I could go into that exit stage GO. Synthesize. Double my DNA, double my DNA, double my DNA. Okay, I double my DNA, I still need a little bit more room. Keep on growing, 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 growing. So ready? Growth, synthesis, growth. Okay, now I'm going through mitosis. Prophase, this is where the nucleus starts to disappear. Metaphase, chromosomes line up in the middle. Anaphase, they get pulled away to separate poles. Telophase, two new nucleuses form, and cytokinesis, they actually split into two. Okay, so during growth, synthesis, growth, they're still looking like one huge cell, but then during mitosis, this is where they split, okay? Again, this is what happens, so look up here. Interphase, the chromosomes that they're actually in chromatin, it looks like spaghetti, they condense into chromosomes here, okay? So, this is prophase, okay? Spaghetti-like turns into tightly packed chromosomes. Y'all see how there's 4 of them, okay? So now, prophase, no nucleus, the nucleus starts to divide because y'all see these spindles? How could those spindles get through a nucleus? They can't. So you need to break down the nucleus first. Okay, meta, middle. They all line up in the middle, and that's so you can see what's in there so you could divvy it up. Okay, look up here. Anaphase away. They're ripped. So actually what a chromosome is, this half of the chromosome is identical to this half. So when it rips in half like this identical side is identical to this side. So this, yeah, ew, gross. That's gross. So Anna away, get pulled away. Tila, 2 new nuclei form, and then cytokinesis is actually when it splits. Okay, here's it in real life. So you may get a picture, an electron micrograph picture, and have to know what it looks like. Ready? Definitely prophase. Late stage prophase where now it's looking like chromosomes. Meta, middle. Anna away. Tila 2, and it's about to go through cytokinesis right here. Good. Okay, so last thing, crossing over. Y'all see how this is a black chromosome and a white chromosome? They get so close together that parts of them switch at the exact same gene. So now you got this black chromosome with a white leg and a white chromosome with a black leg. That just increases genetic diversity. Guys, this is a question too. Your skin cells. Do your skin cells have genetic diversity? No, because every skin cell is just gonna look like the next skin cell. Do you wanna cut yourself and then have new skin grow that looks different than your other skin? No. You want whatever that parent skin cell is to give rise to daughter cells that are the exact same. But eggs and sperm are different, right? They can have genetic diversity. Your body cells can. Mitosis cells can't, but meiosis cells can. Okay, so let's do a couple together before I let y'all go. Ready? Human body cells each have 46 chromosomes in their nuclei. So, 46, okay. Meiosis is necessary in order to ensure that each gene produced in the human body has. Okay, so remember, 2 processes. Get out your cheat sheets. So, using your review sheet, mitosis, okay, this is your body cells with the full number, which is 46. Okay, meiosis, these are your sex cells, your gametes with half 30, oh my God, 23. Whew. So, going back to the question, meiosis is necessary in order to ensure that each gamete produced in the human body has what?
23.
So I hear 46 and 23. So
If it's
meiosis.
is gonna have 23.
Exactly. Meiosis is 23. Also, guys, it says gamete. One thing over here on your review sheet, gametes are sex cells to ensure each sex cell has. Good. I'm going to leave that up there. Okay, ready? Sexual reproduction. Guys, right away I'm talking about sexual reproduction. Is that body cells or is that sex cells? Meiosis, sex cells, half. Good. So ready? Sexual reproduction in animals depends on the production of gametes. Which of these processes produces gametes? Meiosis. Good. So as long as you know, okay, mitosis, your toes, they're body cells. They are not sex cells. So mitosis is body cells, full set of DNA, all 46. Meiosis. Oh baby. That's why I'm saying oh baby. Okay. Babies, gametes, sex cells, half of your DNA. Okay, good. Keep on going. Come on. Okay, these are the last ones we'll do, and then I'll let y'all go. Okay, ready? Crossing over between non-sister chromatids occurs during meiosis. Okay, right here I see meiosis. That is sex cells. This process most likely leads to an increase in which? So, an increase in which? So basically, let's say the words increase in and then the answer. So ready? Is it an increase in the expression of dominant traits, an increase in number of gametes, increase in the occurrence of polyploidy, increase in genetic variation? So crossing over, remember, crossing over, switching those arms and legs is really causing some mixed up genetics, which is genetic variation. Okay, did we ever talk about polyploidy? No. Just because you cross over doesn't mean you're going to get dominant traits, and it doesn't have to do with the number of gametes because it's still just within a cell. Okay. Okay, here's where we have to do numbers. Ready? If a cat has 38 chromosomes in each of its body cells, ready? 38 chromosomes in its body cells. How many chromosomes will be in each of its daughter cells during mitosis? Okay.
38. Because it's not going to change.
Good. So what they're saying is body cells have 38. 38. All body cells have 38. And they're asking about mitosis. That is still 38. Now, what if they asked how many would be in a cat's sperm?
23. 19.
Yes. Good.
Oh,
I know, me too. Okay, ready? Next one. If a cat has 38 chromosomes in each of its body cells, how many chromosomes will be in each gamete, sperm and egg? 19. Okay, good. So, take what we just did there, where whenever you hear about mitosis, it means it's full body, full set. Gametes, meiosis, half, sex cells, genetic variation, okay? So answer these rest 10 questions.
It's okay.
Yeah.